Here's our third nickel box for the week. I did pick up 3 boxes. I initially planned on doing one video with 3 boxes, but it would have just been too long. So we have our third hunt here, looking for shield nickels, V nickels, buffalo nickels, silver, proofs, errors, varieties, obviously Hennings. That's it, I think. I think we covered just about all of it. So I'm going to be doing 10 rolls 5 times, a group of 5. Let's start the hunt, see what we can find. I will bring you back in if I come across anything really cool. Otherwise, I'll bring you in after the 10 roll wrap-ups. Be right back. All right, it has been a slow box so far. I am on roll number 9 for group number 1. Just flattened it out, and I see a war nickel peeking out at us. Philly minted, got some wear. I'm gonna say 43. Let's see. Oh, 42, nice. We don't find 42s that often. Got anything going on with the mint mark? That mint mark looks normal. Let's pull back a little bit here. Anything going on with the date? No, we got some lamination, which is pretty common. All right. Let's keep it going. Bring you back in with the next find. All right, those first 10 rolls were kind of slow, but we did get silver out of it. We also have this funky 1983. If I put this under the scope, we have like some dye deterioration, but it kind of looks cartoonish. Some cartoonish color, not colored, but looking letters. So I kind of just held it aside just for fun. It's different. So we had that. We have Denver Mints, a 1947 Denver, a 54 Denver, a second 54 Denver, and a 57 Denver. And then we did get our silver, a 1942 Philly war nickel. Let's get into the second group, and I'll be right back. Working on the third roll for group number 2. And I think that is a proof, a 1984. And it is. Proof on the board. It's in rough shape, but we still got an estimate. Yes, we do. All right, let's keep her going. I'll be back with the next find. Working on the 6th roll for group 2, and the one right here in the center potentially could be silver. Let's see. Yeah, buddy. We've got a Denver, which I don't come across that often. A 1944 Denver. That's awesome. All right. Silver number 2 on the board. Let's keep her going. Group 2 has been hunted. Philly Mints, 1940, 1941, 47 no Henning, a 51. Denver Mints, we have a 1946 and a 1959. For our San Francisco, we did get a proof, 1984S. And another silver, 1944, and I believe this was a Denver. 1944 Denver. All right, let's get into the third group, and I will be back with any finds. See you in a second. Group 3 gave us a couple of finds. We have a couple Canadians. I have a 1983 and a 1987. I had a nice 1980 Denver that I'll check against the album. A 49 Philly. A 47 Denver. 56 Denver, and a 54 Denver. Those should be swapped. San Francisco, we had 2 out of 1940. All right, let's get into Group 4. I'll be right back, hopefully with something cool. Group 4 has been hunted. For our Phillies, we have a 1954 and a 1956. Denver's, we have a 1949, a 1952, and a 1957. We did get a San Francisco 1948, actually in pretty decent condition. And we did come across a couple of 2025s in the customer wrapped roll. So 3 from Denver. All right, let's keep it going. One more group left. Be right back. Working on the 4th roll of group number 5. And I have a 1953 San Francisco under the scope. And just kind of curious. I don't know what's going on up in this area here and down under here. It looks like a D and an S. I don't know what's going on. I don't see anything that matches that either. So if anybody knows of anything that I'm missing, let me know. 'Cause I don't know what the hell that is. All right. Keep the hunt going. Let me know down in the comments if that looks like something to you. All right, just flattened out roll number 5 for group number 5. And did you see it? Look at that, we got back-to-back buffaloes. Let's see if we have a date on this one. It looks like it's in decent shape. No mint mark, of course. We have a 1929. Awesome. All right, so we have 2 silvers and a buffalo on the board. Let's keep her going. Group 5 has been hunted. For our Phillies, or Philly, we have a 1954. Denver, 54 and a 59. San Francisco, we have a nice 1948. And our 53 with the weird mint mark on the back. And then we did come out of it with the buffalo, 1929. So those are our finds. Let me get into the cup of 2011s up to 2023, and we'll see if we have anything in that. I'll be right back. So out of the cup, we have 6 finds. What I'm going to do is get the tripod set up, look at them under the scope. That way the camera isn't jostling around all over the place. So let me get that set up, and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. This one here is a 2022, and we have some grease strike right in this area. You can see a little bit under here. It almost looks like a clash, but we've got some grease strike going on. And I did find a second one. This one is a little bit better, but the same, just not as strong. This one's stronger. The previous one wasn't as strong. That again is also a 2022. So we have 2 of those. This one we have is a 2020, and we have a little bit of doubling right up in here, a little bit in here, and doubling right there, possibly a little bit right there and right there. So 2022 DDR. I'll try to look that one up. If I can come across a find, I will put that information right in there. Okay. And next, We have a 2023 and doubling right in here, a little bit underneath the window, doubling in the pillars right there, doubling in the window, not in that one but that one, a little bit right there on that pillar. I want to say this is like 42 or something like that. If I remember to look it up, I will put that info again right there. Okay, this one here, say 2022. We've got doubling down in the word United, pretty strong on the T. Also on the E, the upper portion of the D. Again, under the F and the I. The back side of the S has like a belly on it. Underneath the first T, tapers off on the second T. Very slightly at the top of AMR. Not much going else on the top. And then the last one we have is another 2022. And again, doubling in United. Hold on. Oh, it's going to see if I have to pause it here. All right, I'm just going to run through it. Doubling under the T, the E, the D. In states. We have of, top part of the M, E, R, I. And do we have anything up in this area? Very minor in E pluribus unum. And there we have it for our finds inside the cup. Let me get the better finds set up, and I will be right back. Here are the best finds, in my opinion, for this box. We did come across a couple of 2025s. I get 3 of them, all out of Denver, all out of one roll. We have our 1984 proof, a 1948 San Francisco. I'm going to check against the album. We have our 2 Warnicles. I forget the dates. The 43. We have a 42 Philly and a 44 Denver. And we have our 1929 Buffalo. Let me get the album out, see if we have any upgrade going on. Be right back. So I checked the first album, and it did not upgrade. Checked the second album, and the one that's in there is dirtier, but it has more detail. So I'm going to leave it alone. No upgrade on the 48S. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.